I'm really, really excited to have Rachael and Bethany, who've been running the Ineffable Con for 6 years, I believe. And we also have our friend Laura. Hi, Rachael and Bethany. Thank you so much for coming. Hi, Laura. Thank you for coming, making time. And you guys do a lot of other than the Ineffable Con events virtually, right?
We have lots of online events throughout the year. Firstly, because it helps us to raise money for Alzheimer's research, which is why we do what we do. Secondly, because it's really important to keep the community together. It's really nice just to all be in the same place at the same time. And so
even if that's a virtual place.
Even if it's a virtual place. So we do Earth's Birthday in October, Antichristmas in December. We have Flashes of Love in February, which is always a rewatch for people that don't want to be bothered with Valentine's Day. We try and do something that people can watch and join in on socials. We have some form of Good Omens birthday party at some point in May. And then the convention, which obviously has a virtual part as well.
So this event on October 25th.
For anyone coming to Earth's Birthday, you will see one of, I'm not going to call them our quizzes because they're not our quizzes, they're Ella's quizzes. And because we haven't had new content in what seems like decades at this point, the quizzes get increasingly hard. So no one's answering the questions. You know, at this point, it's just pick the strangest question and smash an answer and do your best.
So, you have another con? You're already planning the Ineffable Con for next year.
We decided. Yes, we do. Tickets actually go on sale a week tomorrow, Tuesday, 21st of October, which is Earth's birthday. Of course, Earth's birthday is 9:13 in the morning, but we both have 9 to 5 jobs. So it is 9:13 p.m. BST.
And then people can come and obviously be excited whether they're coming in person, whether they're coming virtually. Virtual tickets are available like right up to and including the convention itself. So there's no kind of mad rush on those, but it really does help us be able to budget. So if you think about the year that we did the closed captioning, we only knew we could afford that because we knew how many tickets we'd sort of sold in advance. So whilst we never turned down a last minute ticket sale in the week of the convention, the more notice we have, the more kind of fun stuff we can get for people to do both in person and online.
Yeah, and also just to plead with anyone who does leave their virtual ticket buying until the last minute, it is actually more expensive for us if we don't know you're coming in advance.
Oh, that's true.
Because we pay per person, and if we prepay, it's cheaper than if we have to pay afterwards for extra people who came.
And the more money we can save, the more money we get to spend for Alzheimer's research.
Yeah, indeed.
And you've been doing the Alzheimer's research. That is all of the proceeds from the work that you guys do here on the Ineffable Con go to UK,
so
Alzheimer's Research UK.
Yeah, so it's ticket sales.
Yeah, any money that's left over from ticket sales after we've run the con,
auction, raffle. Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, and we have like a Just Giving page. So any ticket for the virtual events that aren't the con, we always have for free, and then people can choose to donate. If they do choose to donate, they don't really cost us anything to run. We factor in the Zoom license, so all of that can go to Alzheimer's research. And then we also have a Just Giving page each year called something really dreadful. This year's is M2025 Hail the Great Beast. Last year's was Thank You 2024 My Pornography. Can't remember what it was previous to that.
2023 or not 23.
2023 or not 23. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that's my December job, is coming up with something rubbish to call the Just Giving page. All ideas gratefully received.
Puns are my love language, so
that sits there all year, and then people can donate if they want to at any point, and people do. You know, we personally haven't raised 70 grand. It's
we just provide the space.
It's everybody out there, you know, that's not only people that have donated. You know, we know that isn't possible for everyone, but a share on social media or kind of reminding people that it's a charity event or anything like that, it all really helps.
And what kinds of things do people donate for the auction? Like things they make themselves, crafts?
Everything. It might be kind of smaller, both in terms of size, like bracelets. It might be smaller in terms of value, like we've had stickers go into the raffle and things like that. We've had We've got some lovely silver handmade jewellery from the Ineffable Silversmith has done, I think, for 2 years now. This year we had a gorgeous music box from Ineffable Penguin, which was just absolutely stunning. We also get things donated. So last year we had posters from Peter Anderson. Rob's always really generous with what goes into the auction and into the raffle. Obviously this year's raffle in particular, now we've been able to take that online. But yeah, like my favorite stuff is the stuff that you can't buy anywhere else.
So if anybody wants to donate to the raffle or to the auction for the next Ineffable Con, can they just contact you?
Yes, we'll have a page on the website to send things over. Certain things we need in advance, obviously, to be able to photograph and weigh. Other things for people coming in person, they can bring them with them.
So what other kinds of things can people expect to see at the con, virtually and in person?
Well, that is a really good question, because we are rather hoping that at some point between now and next August, when the con is, there might be some new content of some sort hitting our streaming services. So we're kind of taking a pause on, right, we'll sell the tickets, there will be a con, but the details we're going to pause until we have information.
Yeah, because people are going to want to do panels on whatever happens in season 3 and things like that. So we'll definitely have panels. Obviously, it's the name of the game. We have increasingly had more people running both in person and virtual, and indeed hybrid games, which has been really lovely. So in fact, we've got a couple at Earth's birthday a week on Saturday that people are playing. The Ineffable Match, I think, is one of our new ones, or not, it's not ours, but one of the new ones that that was created over the past year. So yeah, that's always a fun thing. We'll have an auction. We're hoping now that some of the bigger ticket items we'll also be able to do in a raffle. So we can't put everything in a raffle because it takes a really long time and everything has to be posted. But we will do auction and raffle and a bit of online raffle as well, because we like to try and make as much as accessible as we can. We'll still do the big art.
Yeah.
So that will be
in person and
virtually.
The cosplay contest, probably.
Oh yes,
cosplay contest. We have a video. We have a vid show. We have a zine. So that's all run by. We have a cosplay team, a vid show team, and a zine team. We have to do nothing with those at all. So we're super grateful for that. That just happens every year, which is absolutely wonderful.
That's awesome.
And the way that we do the cosplay competition is everyone, whether you're in person or virtual, everyone has to submit a photo by a certain date. So you can then wear your cosplay at the con, again, in person or virtual, but the voting's then done kind of using photos, which means everyone's on a level playing field.
Oh, that's fair.
So yes, that's all done in advance.
But we then do a masquerade, which is just for fun, which we experimented with doing hybrid this year. So we have people who were at the con in person in costume, like, do a little strut on the catwalk. And then we had it set up in a Zoom meeting so that other people could be on camera, and they just flagged me if they wanted to be shown on camera, and I put them up in the big screen and they've got a woohoo. And that was really nice.
I guess one of the downsides is all of the programming, as it always is, whether it's virtual or in person, is always in BST, because we're in BST, but we do have kind of lounge activities going on overnight as well, with volunteers that are happy to host games and things like that. So yeah, each year we hope we iron out a few more issues.
Yeah, like you said, it's for fans by fans, right?
Yeah.
You guys have still a merch area where you have vendors that set up?
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we have.
Sandaria knows this con better than we do.
Yeah,
it's like, what have you got? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, did we completely, when we were listing stuff we do at the con, we completely left out the dealer's room. So we have an in-person dealer's room, and then we have virtual exhibitor booths. So some of those will be the same people. But the great thing about a virtual booth is you don't have to be physically sat there.
Yeah.
You set it up in advance with links to your own shop. So we're not having anything to do with your money. It's all you. And
like,
then you can leave it. You can be in there and you can have a little Zoom meeting in your booth and like do demos or games or whatever you want. But most people just set it up, leave it, go and enjoy the con.
And it doesn't have to be something for sale either. So we've had people doing like things that they want to show off. So we've had various different art that's just as like a virtual art show. We've had, I think there was a birthday card for Michael Sheen one year that people could sign virtually. So
various like fan projects, so people who are doing zines. There was a song for some Michael possibly at one point. So anything like, you know,
it doesn't have to be
you want
things
to advertise
to
fans,
just stuff to to show off.
So tell us about the venue that you guys have been using the last 2 years, and you intend to use it again for
so it is in a tiny little very English village. If you imagine an English village, that's what it looks like. For anyone who, I guess, like Agnes Nutter's Cottage, or if you're a fan of The Holiday, you know,
if you've seen Thursday Murder Club.
Yes, in fact, that is it. It's the village from Thursday Murder Club, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You know, that's the village that we're in. It looks like Tadfield, even though it isn't.
It's 20 minutes away from Tadfield.
So that entire area.
Like, you get this lovely English countryside, and it's a 20-minute drive from Heathrow Airport, which is
and has a train
handy
line. And
that's amazing. So it's conveniently close while still having this whole like sort of rural.
The staff don't look at us like we're weirdos.
That makes a huge difference.
And we've been to places, you know, we've been to places where that hasn't always been the case, and it's all the, you know, what sort of costumes are you in, you know, like it's going to be naked Jim. And they're absolutely fantastic. Like, they don't bat an eyelid, they join in. You know, we had last year we had a Queen tribute band and the staff were all dancing with us, and this year we had a magician and they were watching. And you know, they obviously we have the lounge computers on all night. They go over and check that everything's still okay, like partway through the evening. And
well, that's wonderful that you found a place that's so accepting of the whole,
that sense of community, isn't it?
Like,
and it's very rare in a convention of this size to have exclusive use of a space. Is quite rare. So I've run a lot of conventions around this size in hotels where you're not using the main ballroom, which means inevitably on the Saturday you've got a wedding. So then you're trying to have a panel, and there's like booming music and everyone's drunk uncles. And we're trying to keep kids out of a very not safe for work art show. I've had that at conventions before. That's fun.
Mummy, what's that?
Yeah. And it's just really nice to have exclusive use of a space. So you don't have to be in panels or anything all the time.
Yeah,
you just go chill in the bar, and you know that the only people around you are going to be Good Omens fans.
We could do a bit of a plug that previous conventions are available on the website for a donation to Alzheimer's research. So you can go back and watch. There will be panels missing, either because special guests haven't allowed us to record them, or any guests, not even our special guests. Some of our panelists,
some panelists
might ask for that, but the majority of things are kept on the website, so that people can go back and watch the bits that they might have missed. So the I think it was Tick 2. We had the season 1 costumier.
Oh yes, Claire Anderson.
That's so fun. Okay,
it was lovely.
She was.
I had
to go back and find that.
All of the costumes in the show. It was that was really wonderful.
That's awesome.
Obviously, Peter Anderson is our favorite.
We love Peter Anderson.
He's been coming every year since Tick 2. For anyone watching who doesn't know him, he does the title sequence. And some of the stuff we've learned from him, like, it never would have occurred to me in a million years that the astronaut in the season 1 title sequence is live action.
Is it not?
And it's
Peter Anderson?
It is in fact Peter Anderson.
So Laura, you attended the most recent one virtually, correct? Yeah,
I did. Yes.
Yeah. What did you think of the experience? What did you have, like a super memorable moment or something that you wanted to share with them?
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time. I actually liked Comic Geekery's pronoun talk so much.
Yes, that was very funny.
It was so funny and so informative. Like, if you write or are interested in the English language at all, And we actually liked that so much that I reached out to them and asked if they would do another panel like that on the server. And so we actually had them on recently to talk about other questions that people had submitted to like ask a professional author. And it was so much fun. So yeah, like want to see more of that content for sure.
Yeah, I love that the panels are mostly, for the most part, they are fan-run, fan-made. So you get such a variety. It's not, we totally appreciate the special guests, but it's so much fun to have so much of this other content that you guys, just this wide variety.
It's never been our thing.
The special guests.
But like, we like the special guests that tell you things that, like, we'd be hard pushed to turn down Michael Sheen or David Tennant, and we certainly wouldn't, because obviously everybody would love them. We've asked again, we've asked thrice and then some. But for us as fans, we really like people like Peter Anderson, John Finnemore, Gavin Finney, who sort of do all of the backstage bits, the behind the scenes bits.
I think that's amazing that you guys have those kinds of guests, because those people get so often overlooked in all fandoms, I think.
But the reason we're in fandom is not for that. We don't go to the big like show conventions where you queue for an autograph. We're not into that. Fandom for us is about community, and that's what we hope to do with the con, is just providing a space for the community. And that means people get to do panels on whatever their little pet passion is.
Yeah, I love that. I do. And like I said, those the guests that you do have, the special guests that you do have, because it's more behind the scenes, I think you get actually a lot more information, a lot more of that stuff that fans are curious about how something is made, all those sorts of details. It's just, I think it's fascinating personally. So I agree with you. I love talking to people like Gavin Finney and Rob Wilkins. You get all of the really cool, like just stuff nobody's heard before. They're fun to talk to.
I think Gavin Finney was one of my favorites, because one of the things that is great about the TV adaptation of Good Omens is it's so beautiful. And so he's obviously very passionate about what he does. I know nothing about cinematography, so hearing him talk about the work that goes into the tiniest little details of shots that only people like us would notice. So no one else has probably ever asked him about that before.
Yeah, it's good. It looks like a lot of people really want to go virtually or in person. So
brilliant. Well, let's hope that we haven't put them off.
I think only more excited, honestly.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. It's been lovely to see you both.
Yeah, thank you.
Great to
thank
see
you guys
you.
so much for making time.
Right.
Bye.